Hello, this is Coach Nathan here with MeatRx. I'm here today with our friend Samaria from Carson City. So, hi Samaria, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine. So, all right. So,
Okay.
carnivore success story. What was your life like before the carnivore diet? Let's start there and then we'll find out more later.
I was, I didn't think I was sick, but I was pretty sick when I got here. Um, I had quite a few mental illnesses and a lot of body pain and inflammation when I heard about carnivore. And I was inspired by Michaela Peterson's interview with Joe Rogan and mentioned ShawnBaker, and I was also impressed with his success, although it was much different than Michaela's. I was impressed by both those stories, and after I heard Sean's story, I said, I'm going to do it. And did my, I didn't know what I was doing, but I tried. so, but anyways, I was pretty sick with quite a few mental illnesses and lots of body inflammation and body pain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to go over the
Sure. Yeah.
illnesses? Okay. Well, I came in with a lot of shoulder pain, elbow pain, and wrist pain that I had to be treated through physical therapy and also a personal trainer. I had a lifetime of allergies and 15 years of hives. Had bipolar, insomnia, sleep apnea, acid reflux, agoraphobia, Um, hormone issues. I had depression and hormone issues. I had tardive dyskinesia that was a side effect from one of the bipolar medicines I was taking, which I overcame. I am healed from that, and my doctors are floored by that. I had premenstrual dysphoric disorder, foot pain, body inflammation, clogged nostrils, and lifelong horrendous gas. Um, and that's about it. Most of that is gone today. About 95% of that is gone. The only thing I'm still battling with, which is about 80% better, is the insomnia. I'm still having problems with insomnia and some hormone issues, but I'm responding pretty well to treatment. Before I wasn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Wow.
kind of where I'm at.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was pretty sick. I didn't know it. But
yeah.
I was pretty sick.
A lot of people really, they just think, well, this must run in my family. So I just have this.
Or they think it's old age or middle age or something like that. And
Hmm.
it was pretty rough. So but like I said, most of that is gone now. Um and the behaviors due to mental illness and body inflammation, it really modified a lot of what I would do. And I really, one of the big things with the mental illness is all I could do is work and go home. I couldn't grocery shop. I couldn't do anything on the weekends. And the first month I did carnivore, I got out of bed on the weekends. And that was a big deal to me. I thought that was a big deal. And it kind of was because nothing else worked before. The medications really didn't work. And going to therapy and seeing a psychiatrist, I was just told to accept it, and don't be hard on myself for being that way. And my life is vastly different today.
Well, let's stick to before for now. I'll ask more about after later. But how many
Oh,
medications were you on, if I may ask?
towards the end, I kind of was anti-medicine, but towards the end, I was only on about 4 medicines. But there was a time I was on 6 or more at a time. There was a period where I was. Um, Now I was discussing this with my first mentor and my coach today. Now I do half a sleeping pill about a week a month because of my hormones. That's half of the smallest dose of an Ambien, where I used to take 12. But it got to the point where I couldn't sleep with it or without it, you know. And 2.5 milligrams is enough today, and I only use it a little bit, and it's just a bridge until I can continue improving my health.
Yeah.
So,
Well, these just things do take time to
yeah.
get better. Yeah. So, but that's impressive. Wow. So
Yeah.
how did you initially hear about carnivore diet? You mentioned Michaela Peterson, right? Was it
Well,
the Joe Rogan podcast?
yes. I followed Jordan Peterson. He was kind of inspiring to me. He was a psychologist I wish who was here in America treating people, because I think I would have liked him a lot better. But he talked about a diet his daughter was on, and I looked her up. I think her site used to be called Don't Eat That, and I looked it up. A while before I saw her interview, but I think it was on April Fool's Day, and she wrote an article about eating bugs, and it was a joke, but I was like, I am not doing that. So I I'm like, I'm doing that. And then later, probably a year later, he mentioned it again, and I saw her video, and I just really wanted to try it, because she talked about the mental health. She had a lot more than the mental health going on, but I would have done anything to get better from what I was doing. And I had already seen doctors, which was kind of went against my grain anyways, because they're not always helpful, but I was that desperate where I finally started seeing specialists and going to therapy. I was in therapy probably 6 or 7 years, and it really didn't help. I learned about 5 things that really didn't improve my mood. It really didn't better. Sick, and he got kicked out of therapy, and it didn't hurt my feelings. It was just really, I was like, fine. Not that I didn't like him or anything, or that they weren't kind, but I was so done. And then I found a doctor who treated my sleep apnea, and that was a pivotal moment for me also. And I started treating my sleep apnea properly, and I actually lost 30 pounds from that. And then I was kind of ready for the diet, and I knew I needed to exercise. I always liked exercising when I was young, but I was not exercising at all. And when I lost that 30 pounds and was starting to sleep, I found that diet, and I started working with a personal trainer at the same time. I think it's really important to exercise too, if you can. But anyways, I heard about it through Michaela, then ShawnBaker. Then I tried to follow Kevin Stock's plan at meat.health, and it helped, but it was too strict for me. It was too strict. And I tried it for about 5 months. I was doing it on my own using Facebook groups and the meat.health guide. And then I started having problems, being committed and committing to it. And then I found MeatRx, and I got a coach, and since then everything changed. Everything changed after that. I started working with Robin. Like, I tried to do what everyone else is doing. Like, most people were talking about how wonderful ribeyes were and stuff like that. And I'm not a meat eater, and I hate ribeyes, and I hate them. And Robin said, you don't have to eat ribeyes. You can eat whatever you want. You can eat any meat that you want. And she gave me permission to eat seasonings, because I was trying to be strict, but I hated the food. I hated it. And she really helped me a lot so that I would enjoy my food. And I started enjoying the diet after that. I'm telling you, I hated this diet for 5 months, but I saw the results. I was more committed to my health than I was to hating meat. And anyways, it's really, then after she left, I went to meet RX. I started becoming part of the community a couple months after I started working with her. And I went to the mental health meetings, and I heard Brett and his meetings, and really zeroed in on said, because he understood mental illness, and it's like he took a peek into my brain and knew what I was going through. And it's like something, no one else understands except someone like me.
Mhm.
And so when my coach had to resign, I knew exactly who I'd start working with. And he was good. He got a little more strict with me, and it was good. I was eating butter, and I didn't know, when you come into this diet and you're as sick as I was, you don't know what good health is versus bad health. And he advised me to get off the butter, and I didn't know this, but it was going straight through me for 8 months. It was going straight through me, and it was affecting me. And it's harder on people with mental illnesses to have butter and milk and things like that. And he got me to agree to transition onto bacon grease and to lard. And it was hard to get used to it and liking it, but it really made a difference in my health. It really made a big difference in my health and stuff. So it was
Oh.
a good move. I wasn't happy about it, I didn't do it willingly, but I did it, and it was a really good thing for my health.
Mhm. Yeah, some
So
people can't tolerate dairy. So,
yeah, but I can tolerate cheese just fine, and sour cream and heavy whipping cream, just not butter. So
hmm,
um is I'm glad, but I know that eventually I'll progress enough off the creams and the cheeses and stuff like that too. And my taste has changed a lot too, where I don't like strong spices or strong tasting cheeses. I'm getting milder and milder all the time. I don't need that anymore. Um,
hmm,
so I know I'll probably progress well enough to get off of those things too.
yeah,
So
that's awesome though. Yeah, I remember seeing Brett's success story. That was one of the first ones I remember watching when I was looking up the carnivore diet.
yeah, I really identify with him. When you get into talking about the healing and have from mental illness, he gets teary-eyed, and I do too. Not just about him, but when I talk about my own success, because I was looking forward to 40 more years of drudgery, you know,
Hmm.
40 more years of feeling this crappy mentally. And I was not looking forward to it. And to be free from that is just a total miracle. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be happy. I shouldn't feel joy. But I am, you
Hmm.
know, I am.
Yeah, the mental. That's why I did it too. I had severe,
Yeah.
severe depression. It's very
Yeah.
debilitating, isn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't understand mental illness very well until I got healthy. You know, I understood the desperation, I understood the bad behaviors I had, I understood a lot of stuff. Um, and I can forgive myself, but I just really didn't understand it till I got well,
Hmm.
and when I see people suffering and I share with them, I feel sad that they're not desperate enough to try something like what I did. This is, compared to what's out there, this seems pretty extreme, but probably you and I both know, boy, was it worth it. It
Hmm.
was so worth it for this
Absolutely.
mental clarity and the joy, just the joy.
Yep.
So
Yep. I remember instead of having that constant gray cloud over your head and the ball and chain wrapped around your ankle, trying to lug those through life, I would catch myself just giggling for no reason, and I'm like, oh, this is what life is like without depression, right? It's amazing.
Yeah, I remember that cloud ever since I was a kid.
Hmm.
Coach Raymond, I went to his afternoon meetings. He talked about, yeah, I feel energetic in the morning again. And I'm like, I don't ever remember feeling energetic in the morning, and I don't remember ever going through life without a cloud over me,
Yeah.
um, and now I wake up and I'm pretty happy and energetic and annoy my husband and daughter, don't care. Um, I'm really happy most of the time to greet the days.
Hmm.
So,
That's awesome. Wow.
yeah.
So, do you find that the coaching really benefited you? Like some people are like, well, I don't need that. I could do it on my own. But do you find that the coaching really did help
I,
you?
oh, yeah. If I had to do it all over again, I would have got one right away because I didn't know what I was doing. I did not know what eat till you're satiated meant. I didn't know what it meant to eat till you're full. I didn't know any of that. I didn't, a lot of understood that. I did not understand that. And I needed a coach to help me understand what my hunger signals meant and all that other stuff. Especially, I think because I didn't mention this, but I had eating disorders and stuff. And especially if you have an eating disorder and you're turned off by certain foods, they can really help so that you understand what your body's telling you and so that you can eat better, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, the coaching really benefited me. And I think when you're for anyone making a huge life change like this, it is important to have a mentor to help guide you through this. And I think my coach asked me to mention this, that after I came to into coaching and also RX and meet so much more than what I was reading online or what I was getting from the Facebook groups and stuff. I learned so much more. And I got in an argument with someone on a Facebook group that said you didn't need coaches. And that's all I'm around is people that need coaches, he was saying the vast majority doesn't need coaches. I'm like, well, I know a majority that does need coaches. Someone's saying, how do I do this and how do I make it easy? And I'm telling them, you know,
Hmm.
and it is harder. You wouldn't see the numbers drop away. If it was easy, we wouldn't walk away. But having a coach or a mentor to guide you really helps. It's also helpful if you listen to them and do what they say. So,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I have money
it,
if you're not gonna do it. If you're not gonna do it, don't waste your time.
yeah,
So wait till you're desperate enough to listen.
it really does
So
help. It really does help with the accountability too, because if
yeah,
they're on your side and you don't want to let them down either, right? Sometimes that little
yeah,
extra really helps a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
So,
it was hard, but it's hard to do it on, I think it's hard to do it on your own, and you need to find a community and you need to get someone to teach you. So
hmm, yeah, we have so many coaches from different backgrounds. I always encourage people to find someone that has or had similar issues that you had, and then
yeah,
they would, they would make the because all of their bios are up there, so you can. Most of them have their own success stories up on the
yeah.
MeterX. So just find one that you identify with, and it's not expensive either. Like you try
No, it
going to a
isn't.
nutritionist in
Oh,
in your town. Oh boy, you'll see how
yeah,
cheap it is for a MeterX coach.
yeah. It's cheaper than a copay. You can't be than a copay. And I was spending a lot of money seeing doctors. I
Hmm.
was going to so many appointments, and it was irritating because I wasn't getting better. But I felt like every penny I spent on a coach was worth it, every penny that I spent. And it is cheap. And I'm grateful that Shawn made it possible for people that aren't wealthy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He and Ken Berry talk about making it affordable to people that are less fortunate and stuff. And I'm grateful that they both make things simple, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is doable for everybody. It's true. And then I
Yeah.
like that too about them. They're realistic. It's not only the super rich who can do this diet or get coaching, right? It's ordinary everyday
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. And it would be a stretch to go see all the fancy doctors to get well.
Mhm.
It would be really hard for a lot of people. And they made it approachable. They both made it approachable. So
Yep, absolutely. Wow. So how
yeah.
many medications are you on today?
I'm on half an Ambien, maybe 4 times a month, half, so like 2.5 milligrams of Ambien. And I'm back on a birth control pill. I don't remember how much or anything. It's a really low dose, but it is helping with my insomnia, so I'm not giving
Mhm.
it up. So,
Yeah.
but I spend a lot on supplements that I buy through Ancestral Supplements, but that's just basically dehydrated food,
Mhm.
But I also worked with Brian Johnson at Ancestral Supplements, and he is awesome, and his product is awesome, and he's awesome in this changing people's lives, and I love reaching out to him.
Mhm.
And I I think he's great. And I think he has a great product line. His tracheal supplement helped heal my elbows and shoulders. I still take it. And then I took the brain supplement, and that's really good for depression. I'm still using it. And I just started adrenal because his other female hormone one wasn't available right now, but the adrenals can really help. And I'm taking that along with body organs and bone marrow. And the
Mhm.
reason why I'm taking that is because I know I need it, but I'm not going to go out and eat that stuff. I'm not going to eat it. So I take it in the pill form. So if you want to
Yeah.
consider that medicine, then yeah. So
Yeah.
anyways, his line, and I know I won't have to take it forever, but it's worth it short term to me.
Yeah,
So
it's true. Sometimes we do need a little extra boost from certain things in the start. Yeah, before our body
yeah,
heals. I was like that too. Because I had a lot of the
yeah,
same issues you had. I really did. I had sleep
yeah,
apnea, I had depression, anxiety, mental illness, you know. So acid
yeah,
reflux. I had everything.
yeah,
So yeah, and
yeah,
they're all gone now. So yeah, this is incredible. Your story is going to help a lot of
yeah.
people
It's
in the
really.
area. So
I hope so. I hope
yeah.
so.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, people with depression and mental illness and anxiety, they know how much other people are hurting. And I've noticed that a lot of people with those want to help other people once they find out about
yeah,
carnivore.
it's such a freedom that you never knew was available, you
Yeah.
know. And if I can help one person, I have a friend that's trying a new treatment for depression. She is improving rapidly on the treatment, but it seems kind of rough. And I'm grateful. I found um, way that was gentler.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was easy. This was not easy. I'm not going to lie to anybody. This was not easy to do, but it certainly was worth it. There'd be a
Hmm.
bunch of times when I felt like quitting, and through teary eyes, I would tell myself, "Don't give up before the miracle happens." And
Hmm.
I thought I arrived to perfect health. And Coach Brett and Coach Raymond both said that, no, you're going to be thriving next. And I'm like, what the hell is thriving? What is that? What is that? and I'm starting to break through where I have some days where I'm thriving, you know. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I
That's
just,
great.
I really thought getting out of bed on the weekends was enough. And I would have sold myself short if I had just stopped there. It's like, oh, I'm getting out of bed. I'm good. My life is transformed.
That's
So,
awesome. Well, that's a great place to end it.
yeah.
But thank you, Samaria, for
Okay.
your time. Thank you for your example. I'm sure this will help a lot of people. So, yeah, we look forward to seeing you around the MeatRx community too. And yeah, this is great. So, thank you very much, and very inspiring story, Samaria.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
And I'll help anytime you guys want. Bye.